My name is David Patterson. My wife Sarah and I started watching services at Grace during the pandemic when the only audience was a few dogs. We knew he had found a home. Once in-person worship returned, we joined the church along with our daughter Jessie, son-in-law Brett, and our grandson Philip. About 2 years ago, we voted as a congregation to build Table of Grace. I've been enjoying recently, as I'm sure you have, all the accolades and newspaper articles and compliments from our friends about what a great thing we have done. And we have. But we also accepted the financial obligation that goes along with being a beacon of light in our community. We also need to support the total budget of the church to cover the cost of salaries, programs, maintenance, and our many mission projects that Grace is involved with. I've been on the finance committee for a few years, and I understand now more than ever that for Grace to continue to be that beacon of light in the Tuscaloosa community, we need to have an idea of the giving we can expect. Our pledges or estimates of giving have dropped since Kathy departed, which I am told is normal. If anything, we have done better than most congregations in the absence of a pastor. I know everyone is excited about Caroline Kelly joining us in January after the unanimous vote last Sunday. As a member of the pastor nominating committee, I can tell you with full confidence that Caroline will be able to lead us into the future that we envision for Grace. If you haven't done so, I encourage you to read Caroline's bio. A few months ago, representatives visited us from the Presbyterian Foundation and New Covenant Investment Group. Due to some of our members stepping up and investing with this group, we got a preferred rate on our loan for Table of Grace, which is a huge benefit to our congregation. These representatives were quite impressed with Table of Grace, but they were equally impressed with how our congregation is serving the community in so many ways in the absence of a head pastor. So with all of this excitement surrounding Grace Presbyterian Church, it is a fact that our giving units have dropped. In order for us to maximize what Grace can do in the year ahead, we need members to make an estimate of giving so we can establish a realistic budget. This number is not set in stone. If your circumstances change and you need to change your giving estimate, there's nothing wrong with that. There are also so many additional ways you can help serve Grace. You can volunteer on work days at the church. You can join a committee, as I have. You can volunteer for Meals on Wheels, like Jessie, Brett, and our 4-year-old grandson, Philip, have. You can come out when we are representing Grace in our community. You can volunteer for the Table of Grace. Whatever you do, remember that by helping Grace, you are serving our community. Finally, I'd like to give each of you an incentive to fill out your estimate of giving. During my retirement, I spend much of my time woodworking. The things that people seem to enjoy the most are the pens and letter openers like these that are made of olive wood that grew in Bethlehem. I feel so strongly that these estimates of giving will help Grace that I am making a commitment to each of you. For every estimate of giving turned in, I will make one of these pens or letter openers out of olive wood for you. I hope each of them will be a reminder of your faith and that they will be used in your homes for many years to come.